It's very important in reference to the history of this situation. Don't forget the information.
There's something I found on reference.com.
Let's just stop. Don't forget the information that I am talking about things that I am already the owner of. In reference to my mother and father's companies, my mother and father's estates, my grandparents' estates. These government people are trying to deny the facts of my rights of ownership. Do you understand that? This is about things that I've been the owner of that my parents gave to me. These people trying to play their accusations or their lies or their manipulative ways. This whole situation is about things I'm already the owner of from my biological parents and grandparents. These people are trying to make up false associated accusations of anything and everything that they could think of. I'm the only child of my mother and father, and it's been on record the whole time. So in reference to these government people attacking me, abusing me, and stealing from me and holding me hostage, don't forget, these are people that are trying to steal what I am already the owner of. These people trying to steal lawsuit monies in reference to abuses that these government people had done to me and what they had done to my parents. And, in reference to properties or realty that I'm the owner of, these people are blocking me from other properties of my family history and companies. My mother and father's mansions are not shareholder mansions. None of them are. Never. They're personal residences. My grandfather's properties are personal residences of mine. I'm the only child of my mother and father. Forever. These people are trying to steal accounts, property, land, revenues, popularity, and they're trying to overshadow me in reference to my own properties that my parents gave to me. Do you understand that? Every accusation these people made up, everything that they have tried to do and what they have tried to say is prosecutable by law. Is prosecutable based on law books. They just messed with my mouth again. It's attempted murder. And that satellite man had zapped me in the chest really hard, about an hour ago. And that's attempted murder too. But do you understand this situation? Like, for instance, my mother and father had their own production companies for movies and television and media and news networks. My parents didn't control the news. My parents had companies that reported the news. You understand that? Do not misrepresent what that means. My parents owned grocery stores and farmland. I'm the owner of everything of my mother and father. Don't forget, all these accusations that these people have made are accusations of them trying to muscle and trying to steal from me. Are there people that are trying to get into the parent companies, or they're trying to get into positions where they would steal revenues, or they would try to fund their illegal refusal of people that are conspiring with them, their bribes or their tricks or whatever they've tried to do. It is attempts to murder. The U.S. government has not paid the lawsuit monies in reference to my parents getting murdered. The government has not paid lawsuit monies in reference to me being injured when my parents got murdered. I got injured both times. When my father got murdered, I got injured. When my mother got murdered, I got injured. Do you understand that? These government people and their tricks and their lies, they're trying to block me from things I am already the owner of since I was little. These people are trying to steal my birth name. These people are trying to steal my looks of my anatomy as their way of trying to slander my character. I'm the owner of my anatomy. I'm the owner of my looks. My genetics are one of a kind. So no matter who these people are with their tricks and lies, they are violating genetic protection laws. And those people have to get prosecuted. These people are one of the limousine companies that my parents owned or something set alone. I haven't received any messages or letters in the postal mail either, if anybody sent any. And the other companies, if anybody sent anything in the postal mail, I have not received anything. But in reference to the situation, like I've bought some things on Amazon, but I bought that with, the little monies I had. But anyways, another subject of information. In reference to, or back to the original history of this situation, I'm the only child of my mother and father. These people that are doing these things have tried to hijack properties. They've tried to hijack land. They have no business being on the properties. They're conspiring against my ownership. I'm the owner forever. I'm the only person that has legal license of facts of ownership. And nobody else does. So in reference to anybody trying to play tricks, there has to be court cases against them. In reference to any of their fraud or their activity of defrauding me or their cruel intentions or their delaying of me receiving lawsuit monies or blocking me from my mother and father's mansions and properties or my grandparents' mansions. Well, one of the properties of my grandfather's mansions, why don't they send me a letter in the postal mail? They know where I'm at too. Or grandmother's mansions. See, both my grandparents on both sides had mansions. Long history of bloodline of wealth, And don't forget the companies of which my parents owned and grandparents always met the supply and demand in most instances of circumstances. So these people trying to criticize my mother and father's companies and businesses and success, these people are jealous, hateful. They're seven deadly sins. They're fatal attraction types of people that are holding me hostage in Indiana. And, don't forget the point of information in reference to I'm the only child. I'm the only owner of my mother and father's estates and grandparents' estates. And these people are violating my mouth. They're burning me. They're sodomizing the teeth and mouth right now while I'm making this video. That's attempted murder. Anybody in government covering it up must get impeached and prosecuted for cruel intentions, intentional harm, premeditated crimes of mutilation and sex crimes of their activities of their satellite controllers and them burning and trying to cause rashes and skin damage and spider veins and damage to the mouth and face and structure. They missed my mouth. Facial structure. And these government people have to get prosecuted. Don't forget, like I said, what I'm talking about and what I've been complaining about is things I am the owner of. Things that my parents personally gave to me. And I'm the only child of my parents forever. The Royal Protocol in the media is documentation of my identity and my ownership and who I am, and nobody has the right changing it. Nobody has the right trying to alter it. Nobody has any right trying to damage any parts of my body. And it's a growing document too. So, if I get taller and things like that, the documents that time and date, and history of things. So, in reference to other things, such as my penis getting longer, that gets documented too. Anybody damaging anything on the body does not get in the Royal Protocol. It goes on a list of attempts of murder, which is a separate list, but is protected by the Royal Protocol documents of prosecuting the assailants, prosecuting the abusers, prosecuting the thieves. These people are trying to steal what I'm already the owner of. They're trying to steal mansions that my parents owned that I grew up in. These people are trying to steal history of Hollywood of my career that are all copywritten. And they've tried to use impersonators or government agents that tried to get into Hollywood. And they tried to impersonate me. And my whole anatomy is copywritten. So anytime the government touches me, it's a lawsuit. Anytime the government tries to put their hands on me, it's a lawsuit. Anytime the government tries to mark on my body, it's a lawsuit and prosecution. and they can end up in prison for the rest of their life because I don't want them touching me. Make sure you understand what it is. It's a very important document in America and internationally in reference to protecting things, such as protecting me from criminals, protecting me from communist regimes or dictators that try to steal what I'm the owner of. The document is very important. It has a lot of information in it. And these people that damaged my teeth and face, they must get prosecuted. They did it intentionally. They're burning my mouth and teeth right now. They're doing that intentionally. It is illegal to be looking at people's natural openings of their body or their orifices, their eyes, their nose, mouth, ears, penis or balls, vagina, anus. It's illegal to do that. And those government people have to get prosecuted. Any of the natural openings of the body. And it's illegal to pierce the skin, too, with satellites. Those government people must get prosecuted for stalking and terrorizing my life. These people are holding me hostage because they're trying to impersonate me. They're trying to steal my accomplishments. They're trying to steal friendships of mine with people that have known me since I was little, that are in Hollywood. These people tried to steal friendships of mine with people internationally that have known me since I was little, or people that have known me and have been friendly with who I am and who my parents are. And don't forget, I'm only allowed to be around people that know who I am, and I'm only allowed to be around people that are friendly and friendly about who my parents are and my grandparents. Not allowed to be around anybody that hates me or anybody that's stalking me or trying to rape me or trying to abuse me or trying to pick on me or trying to bully me or trying to muscle me in any way. And these people have been trying to steal things that I have been the owner of since I was little, or since my parents gave me everything. And if they had to sue any other city and state because they were blocking me from a new mansion that had been on the market or something, the government has to get prosecuted for that too. And they have to get sued for that. And them blocking my ownership of any mansions that my mother or father's company might have bought for me, or, in reference to my mother and father's estates, might have purchased another property so I could have moved. I have not received any information, or if anybody had purchased a property that might have been holding on to monies, or people that have known who I am as a point of me moving to another location, a safer location, a better location, a safer location or whichever. I did not receive any of the information if anybody sent anything. And if you dropped off keys to any location, they never gave me none of the keys. If you delivered money to any location, they never gave me any of the money. If you delivered a letter to any of the locations, never received any letters or notes or itineraries of travel, and no, I didn't receive any of the information in the postal mail from any of the ballet schools or any of the entertainment places or any university. If they tried to send anything, like Indiana University sometimes sends a little alumni letter, but it's just where they wanted me to donate to the school or something. But they can't donate nothing. But I don't know if they changed the letter. Somebody communicated that they had changed the contents of the letter, and they'd put an advertisement in there, and they stole a check or something from the envelope. Those people have to get arrested. And don't forget, my name is copywritten, my identity is copywritten, my anatomy is copywritten, my teeth are copywritten, which means don't damage them, don't try to write on them. That doesn't mean writing on anything, dumbass. When something's copyrighted, that doesn't mean marking on it. It means do not try to alter the information. Do not try to alter the structure of something that is copyrighted. Do you understand that, government man? So when you try to play your tricks, claiming you were confused about what a copyrighted product or a copyrighted person is, or identity, or name, and you're claiming you don't know nothing about it, and you don't know what the definition is, it's in the dictionary. Your activities of abuse is attempts of murder, and your people need to get prosecuted. And you're not my parents. I'm not your child. Not looking to have new parents either. My parents are my parents. My biological parents. Never asked for a new father or a new mother, not never. The original facts of who my biological parents are. And don't forget, in reference to when I performed in the media, in movies, and performed as characters, yeah, that was, some people don't know which characters I've performed as in movies. And there's particular safety reasons for that. And for media, publicity facts. So in reference to people trying to steal my history of Hollywood when I've performed in the media as a girl or a guy or a different ethnicity or friendly acknowledgments or whatever character in a movie, these government people have to get prosecuted for trying to steal my revenues and paychecks in reference to any movies, a TV show, or residuals, or revenues, or royalties that I was supposed to have received. In reference to them defrauding me, them trying to murder me, to try to steal my revenues, them people trying to steal genetics and trying to steal monies or lawsuits or accounts. Those people have to get prosecuted. Royal protocols in the media of my identity forever.